If you enjoy listening to inspirational stories from people just like us, facing the fear and doing it anyway, then you're in the right place. My name is Claire Hill, and this is the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Hello everyone, Happy New Year. We're back, No Rest for the Vivid, episode 16, and my son has just decided to start singing on the monitor as I'm recording this, and my head is under a duvet. So the glamorous life of being a podcast host. If you could see me. I hope you've all had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. I won't bang on about it too much, but I had COVID for my birthday and Christmas. That's all I've got to say about that. But I'm back in 2022 with a bang. I hosted my first master lesson last night. I say first, though, I have delivered training numerous times in my old life, in my old career, and I was obviously a teacher. And my master's, I actually got my certificate through for my Master of Arts with a merit. I got that through yesterday, and part of my master's was delivering training. I didn't know, I might be wrong, and some of you might be listening thinking, no, you're barking up the wrong tree. But once you've got a master's, it means that you can lecture in a university. So that's interesting. I don't know if you can still hear my son, but this is life, isn't it? Being a mum, running a business, doing a podcast, and this is the chance that I've got. Our childcare isn't as full as it normally is. It's a bit haphazard. So I'm grabbing every chance I can to work and loving it. I'm just so excited about this year. I had the first week feeling really meh and not bothered and not really sure what I was doing. I did know what I was doing. I did all of my goals and my vision and stuff and some of my strategy in December. I don't know if you can hear, but I've just sent my laptop into overheat because I had the duvet over my laptop as well. Not a good idea. So I've just literally got my head over the microphone and the duvet. My head is under the duvet and the microphone. The reason for this is that I used to record all of the podcast episodes up in my bedroom for sound quality, but it is much easier recording everything down in the office. And now I have really good internet. My husband sorted it all out for me. So I don't want to traipse everything up. But anyway, I'm under the duvet. Anyway, back to 2022. I'm really ready for it now. And I hosted my first master lesson. I'll get there in the end with this point, with some amazing small business owners. And oh God, I went an hour over. So it was 2.5 hours of training. They've still got an hour of training to go. And they each get in a 30-minute coaching call with me. And they are now all part of the Vivid Club, where we are creating a community of small business owners to support each other in how to strategize, plan, to get a sustainable business, earn profits and grow their profits. So I was buzzing, absolutely buzzing last night. I've decided, because it went so well, I'm going to do another session on the 8th of February. And you can book a place now. I'm putting it as an early bird offer for the next week or so, and then I'm going to put the price up, because I did get told off by one of my clients. Actually, she's like, you talked to us about pricing and you've undercharged for yourself for this. So I'm upping the price, and there is a lot of value there, and I'm really, really proud of it. So unlock more income and your small business warrior energy with the Vivid Formula Master Lesson. I might need to shorten that title. It's a bit of a mouthful. But I hope you're all right. Today we have the wonderful Annie from the Bees Wreath, who is just magic. She's wonderful. She is a friend of mine, again, an Instagram friend that we've never met in real life, but we talk all the time. And she's just magic. She has loads of Instagram accounts that you should all follow because they're all equally wonderful. And she runs 2 businesses, 2/3 businesses. We talked a lot about getting out of your comfort zone, and we talked about upping your prices actually in the episode. So if you're feeling that increasing the prices of what you sell, if you are a small business and you're scared about it, get out of your comfort zone and do it. Definitely. And also book yourself onto my master lesson, because we look in depth at how to increase your prices. For those of you who aren't small business owners, I'm sure you appreciate how much work goes into handmade products. And for us to increase our prices gives you the best service. Because my point is, increasing the prices of your products, you are giving it back to your customers. You're not keeping it for yourself. You're giving that value back to your customers. So without further ado, happy January, or as Annie says, January, and enjoy the episode. Hello, Annie.
Hi, Claire. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
You're so welcome. I always find this bit really awkward because everyone knows that we've just been chatting and we have to fake say hello.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, how you doing?
Hi guys. Hi. Yeah, no, it's so lovely to have you on. You are one of my lovely Insta friends, and I think you're one of the most amazing human beings that's walked this planet.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you on because I think you are lush. So gush over. I'll probably gush again.
Ditto. I feel the same. It's amazing how many friends you can make through this Instagram community.
Yeah.
And fantastic. And you may never get to meet them, but you just know that you are friends.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And do you know as well, isn't it funny that we've voice notes and message for God knows, I don't know how long now, and then you just see somebody on Zoom, you just start chatting like they're in real life, like because you're friends. Isn't it weird?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
It's so weird and so magical all at the same time. So for those of people that don't know who you are, can you introduce yourself to our wonderful audience?
Right, here goes. So I'm Annie, and I'm the owner-creator of the Bees Wreath, and where I create pom-pom wreaths, garlands, and bouquets.
And they are all stunning. And I am the proud owner of your amazing rainbow wreath, which is stunning and sits on my front door. And I love it to death. And I decorated my whole front door for the rainbow wreath.
Did you? That's amazing. I love stories like that.
I bought it about a year ago.
Yeah,
it was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I kept saying, well, this is the door paint that's got to go with it, because I wanted a really soft grey to make the rainbow colours come out. And my husband was like, no, but I thought we were going to have this colour. I was like, but and then the wreath won't go with it. We can't. No, it's got to be like a soft grey so the rainbow wreath stands out. So,
I bet he was like, I don't get it, because men don't really understand that, do they?
We had a bit of a row about your Christmas wreath. Do you remember me telling you?
Well, yes, we did have a chat about that, didn't we?
Yeah, and I wanted your Christmas wreath, and he literally put his foot down, and he said, for 1 month of the year, can I have? But he loves your wreath. He loves it. He adores it because it's so blooming amazing. And I actually took a picture the other day. I haven't posted it yet. I'll do it when we finish recording, because it was a really horrible day. We came back from shopping and there was your wreath on my front door, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm glad to be home.
I mean, they can't help but make you smile. You know, who doesn't just love a pom-pom and rainbow colours? I mean, who doesn't love them? No, they just make you smile, don't they?
So lovely. But yeah, I absolutely adore it. But I have also just started another business, which I'm also I've been a customer of too.
Yes. So I have recently started a clothing brand called Mumford and Mum. So Mumford is one of my 4 dogs. Yes, you heard, 4 dogs.
Love it.
So it's a clothing brand, and it's sweatshirts and hoodies with like dog mama, or you can have any mama you want, cat mama. I'm actually doing one for a lady who has tortoises. So it's going to say tortoise mama. How good is that? With a little tortoise on the wrist. So I started that as well, because clothes is where I've loved clothes, and I love colour and what have you, and I love the dog. So why not put it all together? So I've started my own little brand.
Oh, amazing! And so, is it Chester, your latest little dog?
Oh yes, so Chester is our latest puppy. So he came 2 days after we moved house. Who does that? We do that. So he's doing all right. He's okay. Yeah. He's actually gone into the living room now, and he shouldn't be there on his own unattended. So I dread to think what might be there when I finished.
And what are the names of your other 2 dogs?
Oh God. Right, here we go. Coco.
Oh, lush.
Then we've got Coco, then Mumford, then we've got Mabel, and then Chester. So do you know why I've gone for those? Can you see a bit of... Yes.
Yeah.
See? Brilliant. This is why we're friends.
And where did you get the names from?
Well, Coco, because she was chocolate.
Lovely.
Mumford, because I heard another dog being called it in the park, and I thought, oh, that's a good name.
Yeah.
Mabel, because I just liked that, and then Chester, because it had to be with a C, and I thought Chester was a good boy's name.
Lovely.
I know.
I love naming things though. Like literally, I've got Skylar and Khaleesi, and I love.
They're great names.
Khaleesi's a cat, but she might as well be a dog. She's as needy as a dog.
So where's that name from?
Khaleesi is the mother of dragons from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
it's the Drakarian. I've said that wrong.
Oh, get you.
Yeah. So we were loving Game of Thrones when we got her. She's we got her because I was going into teacher training and they were cutting my salary and I was earning more before, and it literally would be like, I don't know if we could afford for me to become a teacher. And yeah, and I was just like, I'm going to be working so hard on no money. I need a pet. Dan was like, okay, well, we're going to get 400 quick ragdoll, please, because we were living in a flat. So yeah, we got Khaleesi for like 400, but she's worth every penny. She's just stunning. She's pedigree.
Ragdoll. I mean, I'm not normally into cats, but if I was going to have a cat, a ragdoll would be the one.
And that's why we got a ragdoll, because I'm not usually into cats, but I love her. Like she is my absolute baby. And then we got a couple of years later when we moved house, when really I wanted a baby, but we weren't in the position to have a baby. We got Skylar, and then and then we got Skylar, and she's named after the wife out of Breaking Bad.
Oh, see, these are two things that I've never watched. Never watched Game of Thrones. I'm sorry, I don't get it. And Breaking Bad, no. Isn't that funny? Two things that I never watched.
But and then Jackson is named after a character out of Sons of Anarchy, as well as a Johnny Cash song. So it's like if we ever have any more pets or kids, they'll have to have a name out of a TV show.
Do you have a girl's name ready?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Do you? Oh, that's so exciting.
Oh no, I'm not allowed yet.
No, okay, all right.
But yeah, it's I love naming things. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's just
yeah, I'm quite good at naming. I mean, I've got a whole list of other dogs' names. Not that I'm going to get any more, because 4 is enough. I mean, but for when the time comes, there's a whole list of them.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So you've got your bees Wreath and you've got your Mumford and Mum.
Yes.
And Mumford and Mum is all gorgeous, like cuddly, lovely, colourful clothes. I've got a wonderful purple bright hoodie with all my favourite things on. And but yeah, you love clothes, you love colour, and you've got two businesses that really show all of that off.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. No, I think, and my dream is to kind of, you can't really combine them, but to have, I'd love to have a lifestyle account.
Amazing.
Where I do colour, clothes, interiors, everything. That's the big dream.
Oh wow.
But no, I would only, if you look at the sweatshirts and the hoodies that I provide, they are often in colours that I like. I don't do dark colours, and I'll talk about why I don't do dark colours maybe later. But I don't want to design anything that I wouldn't wear. Because you are your biggest critic, aren't you? So if you wouldn't wear it, then how are you going to expect anybody else to?
Oh, that's the same with your products you make. If you don't love what you make, who the hell is going to like it? If you've got to be obsessed with what you create and put out there.
But it is funny though, sometimes when because obviously I love the colourful wreaths. If someone says to me, I want bright rainbow wreath, or I want pink and orange, which is my favourite combination of all time, and then they go, I just want greys, which I know a lot of people do, and or they just want like all the neutrals, because a lot of people really like neutrals, and I must admit I do it. Obviously I do it, but it doesn't. When I send it out, I don't think, oh, you're gorgeous. I think, oh yeah, you're nice, you're okay. Yeah. But I think colour,
and I think that's like, I've made some things that I wouldn't prefer, but I think you have to. It's the making process then that I really focus on, because I was saying to my husband yesterday, like, when I get wire in my hands, I'm just obsessed. When you fit, but it's a tactile thing, is it? You probably have that with wool. It's like,
yes,
I absolutely. It's not wool though, is it? What do you call it? Yarn.
Yarn. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not.
technical. There'll be loads of people listening going, it's not wool though, is it?
No, I know. Yeah. Acrylic.
Yeah. But it's when I get that wire in my hands, I just
like seeing the colours when I get all the colours out that I need for that particular project, and they're all in front of me. That just makes me do a dance.
Yeah.
Because it's just joyful. And like when I did the colours for you with your bouquet with the lavender and yellow, or lemon, they just perfectly go together so beautifully. They make me so happy.
Yeah.
So I love it when someone comes, or they ask, because often people say, what do you think? You design it. And I come, because I know about colour. So I will help them, they'll send me a picture of the living room that it's going in, and then I'll pick out something from a cushion and something from a rug and put it all together. And I love doing that. That's my favourite.
Amazing. Because when we were preparing for the podcast, you said you still do colour consultations. So I've saved it till now to ask, what's a colour consultation?
What is that?
Sounds very interesting.
It's something that started back in the 80s by a company called Colour Me Beautiful. I don't know if you've heard of them, but so everyone started having it done, and you could tell that they'd had it done. So basically it's a way of finding out which colours to wear suit you. So you basically sit in front of a mirror by an open window, and you have all of these drapes, and it falls into seasons. I do a seasonal analysis. So it's summer, winter, autumn, and spring. And you fit into one of those, depending on your skin tone, your eye colour, your hair colour, whether you tan, whether you don't. All of those are to do with what the colours. Like a lot of people wear black that shouldn't, because it drains the life out of them. So I think we'll all know the colour that doesn't suit you. Because have you ever got ready to go out and you've put something on and you've thought, oh, I need a bit more blusher. Oh, I look like a living dead.
Yeah, I did that last week.
Colour.
I had I've got this card, and I regret buying it, but I wore it for one of my lives and the coaching last week. I think it was Friday, and it's like a beigey caramel colour. But I bought it thinking, well, if I'm going to be coaching small businesses, I need to look a bit professional, right? And now I wear it and I think, you look rank, it looks awful on me. Day before or whenever, I'd worn this red leopard shirt and I looked great. Well, I felt more great. So, I mean, I've got actually grey on today because everything else is in the wash and it's not my favourite, but I think the right colour on you just brings you sets you alight, doesn't it?
It literally can. It changes it lifts you. It can make you feel slimmer, fitter. It's amazing to see the power of colour, and when you're wearing the wrong colour, how it can literally drain you, make you look older, tireder, brings out any imperfections. When you're wearing the right colour. So if you think if you notice, I only ever wear. See, I'm a summer. So I wear kind of lots of pastels. So I wear lots of pinks because that's summer, pale blues, a lighter navy. Navy is probably as dark as I will never wear black. I don't really like dark colours, if I'm honest. So I'm out on the dog walk in like pale pink in the middle of January, and everyone's like seeing their dogs coming running towards me. They're going, no, don't jump up, don't jump. Oh, and I went, if I'm going to wear pale pink out on a dog walk, don't worry about a few bloody paws.
You got 4 dogs.
Exactly.
I've got 4 dogs.
So, but you can see their look of horror going when I've got this like German Shepherd coming towards me, and they're like, oh no, okay. So I do that, and I love doing that because people often come to me, well, when you come and have your, because I take people shopping, I look through their wardrobes, I do all of that. Yeah. And people come to you at a time when they want a colour analysis done, is that they've often at a crossroads. They might have lost a load of weight or gone through a breakup or just feeling a little bit kind of not quite themselves. And this really gives them a boost. I mean, we've all got too many clothes in our wardrobe, haven't we? Yeah. So I literally take everything out and start again. I'm quite brutal about it, really.
I wish you didn't live so far away from me.
I know. Everyone says that.
Oh my God. Oh, I would love you to live down the road. Can you imagine every Friday night would be
I know. It would be, it'd be good. Well, we must try and meet up.
No,
try
we will.
And do it. We do it.
Make
it happen.
No, let's make it happen. And everyone always says that, but no,
let's make it happen. Yeah.
So you've got your bees wreath and you've got your, why did you start with the bees wreath? Like, why was it pom-poms and stuff?
So I was working in a dental practice. I've been a dental nurse for years. And so basically I've always started doing the colours as a kind of an add-on, because I only ever work part-time. So it's kind of something that I wanted to do. So I was working in a dental practice. Then obviously the pandemic hit and I was furloughed. And I thought, right, okay, I've got a lot of time on my hands. What am I going to do? So I thought, I'm just going to make a pom-pom wreath, because I go on Pinterest a lot. I lose a lot of my hours on Pinterest that I'll never get back. And I saw this rainbow wreath. And I thought, I'm going to make one of those. I'm going to do that, because I love pom-poms. Always loved having a cushion with a pom-pom on or something like that. Yeah. So I made my first wreath, and my friend came around, saw me making it, and loved it so much that I said, right, well, you can have it. I'll gift it to you. But before I did, I put it on my Instagram account, which was my clothing account that I have at the time, called My Life in Lipstick. It's very confusing. I have quite a few accounts. And somebody said, do you make these? And I said, no, I'm just doing it as a hobby to keep myself, busy. And they said, I'd love one if you ever, could you make me one? And I said, yeah, of course I will. I'll do that. And here we are, nearly 2 years later. Amazing. And it snowballed. People just said, I love it. I want one of those. And obviously the rainbows were synonymous at that time, weren't they? Mm. And everybody was like, I want to send it to my mum to cheer her up, or, I want it on my front door to give myself some, it was, they were joyful things. Well, they are joyful things.
Yeah. Definitely.
So and that's how it all started. Yeah.
And you were featured on the One Show.
Yeah, and that was a fate thing. I never normally watch the One Show, and sat there again just watching it, and they said, if you've been doing any crafting during lockdown, because I think a lot of people had taken up knitting or crochet or whatever, they said, send in a picture of what you do. So I just thought, I'm going to do it. So I emailed them a picture of a rainbow wreath. Didn't think for 1 minute that it would ever get shown. And then at the end of the program, they show you some of the things and they blew it up. So it was like, A5. Is that bigger? A5? Yeah.
A3, I don't know.
A3, yes. Yeah,
your hands look A3.
yeah. So they blew it up and they were like, oh my God, Annie from Devon has made this like this. And it was Alex Jones and Angelica Bell. And they were hosting it. And they said, how do we get one? How do we get one of these? And so, so after it, so I was like, and then people were messaging me going, I've just seen your wreath on the TV. So I thought, all right, well, I might just gift them one, because why not? And also it'd be a great platform to get my name out there. So I managed to track her down, and actually I contacted Angelica on Instagram. They're both lovely, down to earth. You contact them, they get back to you. They're not too above themselves.
Lovely.
And they were both willing to pay for them. I said, no, I'll gift them as a gift. And they both had one, and they put it on their front doors.
Amazing.
And then obviously when they put it on their social media, it snowballed again from there. So I'll be forever grateful. And Angelica actually turned up to my door.
No way.
Her family, they holiday in Devon a lot, because her husband used to be at a teacher training school here. And so she messaged me just asking me out of the blue, what's your address? I didn't think anything of it. Knock at the door. And Angelica Bell's at my door. And I was thinking, oh my God, thankfully, it was a time when we couldn't have people in our house. So I was thinking, I haven't tidied up. There's stuff everywhere. I was more concerned about that. But no, so we had a little doorstep chat. And she said, I just wanted to come and meet you. Lovely, so really lovely. Gorgeous. And it, because I message a lot of, well, would you call them celebrities, people well known, and do they ever acknowledge? No, I know they must have lots of messages, but I do love it when someone who is quite well known actually takes the time to acknowledge you.
Yeah
you know what I mean? We all started somewhere.
Yeah, and I agree. That's what I still reply to every single message and comment every single one.
Totally. Why wouldn't we? It doesn't take long, even if it's just a little like, or a little heart or something.
Yeah. Because you're appreciating the time that someone's taken to get in touch with you.
Yeah,
it's not like writing a letter. Can you imagine, like getting fan mail or something?
Yeah. I don't expect them to invite me around for a coffee, but at least acknowledge me. I don't like not being acknowledged.
No, I don't think anyone does. And that's the thing. No one doesn't like to be not acknowledged. do they? So
No, not at all.
feeling that way, yeah. No, I always make an effort. Oh, bless her. I remember that she used to present like CBeebies or CBeebies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she
no,
got married to the guy from Blue that was
yes.
presenting Blue Peter. Are they still married?
Yeah, that's Michael Underwood. Yeah. So he was a teacher before he became a TV presenter.
Oh,
so they're almost friends now. I'd say we've had a chat on the doorstep, so I'd class her as a friend, really, wouldn't you?
Lovely. That is so lovely. And so with the crafting and everything, how do you find running a small business that's all handmade with your own hands? I mean, I suppose Mumford and Mum is a bit different.
Yes.
But yeah.
Well, that's partly why I started Mumford and Mum, because it's a business that kind of runs itself. I have to just do the marketing and modelling, and it's not me sitting there making the sweatshirt and doing everything. Whereas with the Bees Wreath, everything is completely handmade. It is time consuming. I probably didn't factor that in really realistically, if I'm honest, but it's good for me. I enjoy doing it. It's very good mindfulness. But they are time consuming. And I just, I often say on my stories about how long it takes and the fact that I make every single pom-pom, and like the wreath at your size, there's over 90 pom-poms there.
Oh my God.
And so, yes, it is time consuming. And that's why I'm kind of wanting to, bring in other things as well. Like I do faux flower ones as well, because I haven't been paying myself particularly much of a wage.
No, I was literally going to say, you definitely don't charge enough. No. And one of my missions is to raise the whole of craft up. And it's not tat or tut that you can, go to a craft fair and you expect to walk in with a fiver and walk out with something. It's not about that. Anybody that does craft fairs should be charging more than they're worth because of the time that they're taking to stand there.
I know.
Stuff at craft fairs should be more expensive than it is on a website, isn't it, really?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, they are bespoke items. If you ordered a bespoke table, well, you'd expect to pay quite a bit for it, wouldn't you? Because there's no one else. Even though I do, lots of rainbows, the colours are always different because it depends on what wool I've got, or they might say I don't want orange, or so I'll put something else in. Every single one is done in a different way. It's like there is no two wreaths out there that are the same. Even though when someone says to me, can you make it like this? I will always tweak it slightly. And I do say to them, they are bespoke. Yeah. And people, they like the idea that they're bespoke.
Yeah.
But I do need to look at what I charge and the time it takes. So that's my plan for 2022.
Yeah, I want to get involved. Someone will tell you to charge 5 times as much. Oh, my duvet slipping, everyone. I've got a duvet over my head.
A duvet. They probably thought you were doing this from in bed, weren't they?
Oh, no, this is my baby's summer duvet. Well, my baby's 3, but there we go. I've got it. I sorted, but now it's all gone dark in here.
It's all gone dark. It's all more cons, isn't it? All more cons.
This is the effort I go to for good sound quality, because no one wants to listen to a rubbish podcast. I'm going to invest in something better. But yeah, I think handmade products, a lot of the time as well, you're making it and people think you worry, it looks handmade. Well, of course it looks handmade because it is handmade, and that's the most magical thing about it.
Absolutely. I mean, if you want something that's mass produced, then you can go on to eBay or other accounts and get something that they churn them out, but yeah,
it's just it seems like there's a negative association with the word craft. But actually, if you think about it, if you practice your craft, you put it in a sentence like that, it's amazing that we can make things with our hands that last a lifetime. It's crazy to, there's no other businesses out there apart from handmade art businesses or handmade anything where you're going to get a product that has that much care taken over it. And that's what everyone should be charging double, triple, even in some cases probably 5 times as much. I think in your case 5 times as much.
I know
what you're doing.
I think you just feel you almost, it's really difficult. Do you keep your prices low so that you sell more, or do you put them up? And then and I just think as I think you said to me, earn a little bit more but work less. That's obviously what we all maybe want to achieve. So I, and this is my mantra again, that I really need to keep. And actually, do you know what? I think I'm going to ask you to make this in wire. Know your worth.
Yes.
Do it.
Know your worth.
Know your worth. I need that.
Yeah.
In wire. So I'll talk to you after, and I'd like to commission you to do that, because I need to know that. I need to know my worth. And we all do, all of us. And I'd like to, what do you put down when someone says, what's your occupation? What do you put down? Crafter.
CEO.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like that. I put owner, creator of a craft business. That's what I put.
You're a CEO.
You're a CEO. Oh,
I'm a CEO. Yeah.
You're a CEO.
Not just one business, 2, 3 really.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that then.
Oh,
when I next do me a car insurance I'll be like, occupation, CEO.
CEO, crafty, energetic and organised.
I love that. That's good. Yeah, love that. No, CEO, like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But know your worth. Know your worth. That's what everyone out there, if you're listening, know your worth.
And especially if you hand make things. Honestly, I want to raise, I feel like I want to get under like, imagine everyone have you seen the new Disney film Encanto?
No, but I feel like I have through you.
Yeah, you need. So there's a character in there, and in one of the songs, she's lifting up this whole massive like platform of stuff because she's really strong. Honestly, that film is insanely good. It's so good on so many levels, and actually, the message is all about knowing your worth.
Is it? Oh, yeah, okay. I'll have to watch that.
About you are worth something, regardless of anything else. It's not. You're the miracle, not anything else.
Yeah.
If you've got Disney Plus, please everybody watch it. It's my most favourite Disney film that I've ever watched in my whole entire life. It's amazing.
Is it? Is it really? Oh wow.
Yeah, for adults as well. I mean, Jackson adores it, but for me anyway.
But don't you find that all Disney? I mean, we digress, but all Disney films have messages and have stuff for the adults and stuff for the children. They do, all of them. Yeah. So you don't need. I don't have any small children hanging about to watch one, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, no, honestly, it makes me so happy. I cry at the end every time. And I've watched it a million times. Oh, I love it. But anyway, this woman, she's holding up, one of the characters is really strong. She's holding up like all of this weight and this pressure. And I feel like I want to get under there, but anybody that hand makes anything and lift them and just up level everyone's businesses so that the whole world expects to charge to have to pay more because of what they're getting, because it's so magic, not just tat off of Amazon. And I buy tat off of Amazon. I'll be honest, I do buy a few things off of Amazon if I need to. If I need to buy a gift, I buy it from a handmade small business or make it myself.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, there's no need to kind of buy anything off Amazon for that. I mean, yes, Amazon's easy to buy for if you need, a washing up bowl or something.
Yeah.
Whatever. But no, I mean, that's why Instagram is amazing, because you just put in what you want and the things that you can buy for people on there. It's phenomenal. It's lovely. It's a brilliant platform.
So nice. I bought this beautiful bowl for Jackson for like his Christmas treats from Little Brown Mouse Company. I'll tag her in the thing. She's so amazing. She's not far from me actually. When it arrived, and I'd wanted one last year but missed out, and then she was like, don't worry, I always have a spare. You can have that one. I'll put it on Etsy right now. You've got to get it like right now. It was so much pressure. But anyway, I bought it, and it was like, I think, to be fair, I don't think she charges enough. I think it was £25 for this beautiful bowl, maybe a bit more with the packaging. When it arrived, it didn't look handmade at all, but I bet that maker was looking thinking, God, that does look handmade. And that's the thing, when you look at your work with the eyes of the person that made it instead of the consumer, like the customer who's going to pick it. And I was just thinking, how the hell does she make this? This is the thing as well. I look at the pom-pom wreath, like, how did you do it? And I'm sure if I practiced a million times, I probably could do it. But it's not like and that's the other thing, that's why you need to charge more, because of all the hours it took you to get to that point.
Oh, I know, absolutely. And people always say, well, how long does it take to make each wreath? But because I kind of I don't sit at my table for like 5-6 hours in one go. I'll do a bit in the morning, or I'll sit and make the pom-poms in front of the TV. And then so I tend to do all the pom-poms and then I put them all together. People, I get messages daily from people who message me and go, oh, I tried to make a pom-pom at Christmas. Wow, God's sake, how on earth do you do it? And I'm like, well, it takes practice, but I suppose I do it now without thinking. But
absolutely,
they tried to make one, and it literally took them 4 goes and hours. So so I love those messages because they really do understand what goes into them.
Yeah, I have tried making pom-poms before, and I always snip it. I just get a bit too ambitious with the snipping, and I'm like, oh, I've done too much now. I've got to have to go all the way around. I've made a dent.
Yeah. But people often ask me, do you remember doing it at school with the cardboard?
Yeah.
People think that they go, do you use the cardboard? And I'm like, oh no, things have moved on a bit now. We've got actual pom-pom.
Oh,
so it's a pom-pom maker. They're plastic by Clover. And they're brilliant. They're fantastic. And they all come in different sizes.
Oh, lovely.
So but no, it is time consuming, but it is very worth it when you see, and someone's joy, like you saying, oh my God, I love it. And it's, and I get messages all the time. People have bought Christmas ones and they leave them up all year round, because why not?
Oh my God. And that's the thing. That's what so I'm half hoping that one starts looking a little bit ropey, so I can get the Christmas one, but it doesn't. It's like it's been outside in all weathers now for like 6 months, and it doesn't look any different. Like, literally looks amazing. That's why I want to take the picture. It's like it's days 75,000 on the front of Claire's door.
Yeah. Well, that's fabulous. Exactly. I want a picture every day now for a whole year, and then we'll put them all together. Yeah, well, the thing is, you've got a porch. I always say to people that, don't put them out directly in the wind and rain, because yes, they will get, it'll go soggy, and also the sunshine can bleach the colour out of the wool. So I always do mention that. But if you've got a covered doorway, then there's no reason why it'll last you for years and years and years. Yeah. There is nothing that could potentially ruin it.
Yeah. And everyone like, oh, yours is the house with the rainbow on the door.
I love that.
Yep. Yeah, there it is. That's my house.
Well, I love it. We've actually moved, because I never had a porch in all the houses, so I've never been able to have one on my own door. I know, but we've now moved to a house, and when we saw it, it's a new build, I went, oh, it's got a porch, I can have a wreath, my own wreath. So I need to make myself one and put it on my front door.
Yeah, I bet that's right at the bottom of the to-do list, though. It always making for yourself.
Yeah. I'm literally like, well, that'll have to wait. Yeah, but eventually I will get one on, because also it's good advertising for people walking by, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, if anyone is interested in buying your wreath now, after they've listened to this episode and they listen to this and like, oh, I want a wreath, just expect you're going to be paying what it's worth. So
exactly.
If anyone messages you, don't charge what you're worth.
No, I know. I'm not going to. No, I've already looked at mine, and I probably even though I have put them up considerably, there's probably even more room, but we'll see. The
thing is, I put my prices up not too long ago, and it's because I couldn't provide the service that I wanted to provide, and actually. The customer service element of it, where I'm able to discuss orders with my customers and get exactly what they want, spend more time on it, so it looks even better, and then they get an even better product. So they have paid more for it, but it's not so I can make loads of extra money, it's so that I can provide the best service. So when you put your prices up, everyone thinks, oh, people might think, oh, that's being greedy. It's not, because you're actually giving it back to the customer. It's about them.
No, absolutely. And this is, what I have now learned.
And you don't want to be like, if you know that you're buying clothes from a sweatshop, you stop buying clothes from a sweatshop. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
When I first started, I must have been paying myself 50p an hour or something.
Oh God,
ridiculous.
I mean, I don't even want to think about an hourly rate. I didn't even factor that in. That's something. Again, I suppose I fell into the business. Really, it kind of found me by someone saying, "Oh, I'd buy that," and I thought, "Oh, okay." And I must admit, I didn't think that I would leave my job and set up this business, but actually, I thought, well, I'm earning pretty much what I was earning working, and I'm not having to pay dog care, and my dream, and this is an amazing thing. I'm a massive believer in the power of the universe.
Me too. I was just
putting out there what you want, and it will deliver. There's two things that it's delivered me that I used to say all the time out loud, all the time. The first one was I wanted to marry a partially Oriental man, because that's what I liked at the time. I thought, I like men who've got Oriental in them. So I used to say, well, I'm going to marry a man with, who's partially Oriental. 20 years later, I meet my husband, Sam, who's a quarter Chinese.
Oh, wow.
If that's not true.
Oh,
and then
wow.
my other thing, I used to always say to people, they'd say, because, I often ask people, what's your dream? Like when people have been made redundant or they're not working, I say, what's your dream? Everybody has dreams. And they used to say to me, what's my dream? My dream was to create craft around my kitchen table surrounded by my dogs. Hello. That's what I do. So honestly, I say to people all the time, like if they're looking for love or they want to earn more money or have a better job, I said, put it out there, stand in front of the mirror every day and say, I want to be a whatever it is, but be specific. You can't just say, I want to find love.
Yeah.
You have to say, I want to find love with a man or a woman who is, 6 foot and he's this, and describe them. And
that's what I did to find Dan. I had a list.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was in a relationship and we split up because he went into the Marines. And then I was like, I'm not settling for anything else now. I'm going to write a list. And the man that I'm going to be with next is going to be this list. 3 weeks later, Dan asked me out. He's the only man that's ever asked me out, because I don't know why, but I'm a bit loud. Like I'm a bit intimidating. So no one ever asked me out before
bless
them.
You.
It was always me. But yeah. I was the first.
My God.
And I was the first girl that he ever asked out, because everyone used to ask him out. Yeah, wow. And I wrote the list.
And is everything on the list, or are there a few things missing, or is he? No,
he was everything on the list. The only thing that I said, I wanted him to have a car, but where he worked, he could just borrow a car whenever he wanted. So.
Oh my God, it just works. It just proves it works.
And it's the same as, like I said, when I fell pregnant with Jackson, I was like, I want Jackson to have a childminder. I think childminders is enough. Like I love nurseries as well, but childminders.
No, I've always had childminders.
Magic, like the most magical human beings. How they do it, I don't know. But I said I wanted a childminder within 5-minute walk, and our childminder is a 5-minute walk down the road. And she's like, I don't know how did you find me? Because I don't advertise. And I just thought, I've just Googled and you're on the council's website, and that was it. And there was another couple of other things, but it's you have to be specific. But we were saying about how your business found you. I think that's the same with Vivid and the coaching. I've just fallen into that and ended up like loving that. And the podcast I sort of orchestrated. But I could talk about this all day. I love absolutely. Oh God, I do adore you. I really do. I'm getting everyone's listening knowing that I adore you so much, because you are a magical human being. But as I ask everybody on here, if you could tell yourself something 10 years ago that you know now but you didn't know then, what would that be?
I struggled with this one. It took me a little while to think about what I would say. 10 years ago, I think it's get yourself out of your comfort zone, find your confidence, and realize that you are capable. You are capable of achieving anything that you want to do, and don't let anybody try and tell you otherwise.
Yes.
Because here I am, 54, the CEO of 2 3 businesses. And actually, I don't give myself enough credit for that. People say to me all the time, oh my God, it's amazing that you just started these businesses. And I'm kind of like, and I play it down and I go, but actually, no, it is amazing. And I am good at what I do. And so it's confidence, getting out there. I'm not good at getting out of my comfort zone. I'm really trying to do this. This podcast is one of those. And I knew I'd love it. It's always the thought, isn't it? The thought of doing it. People often ask me to do talks. Like when I was doing lots of my colours, they'd say, can you do a talk in front of a group of women? And I'd be like, literally make every excuse under the sun, because I'm not as confident as people think I am. And I'd be like, oh no, I can't. But I almost think, oh, I really want to do it, because I know you wouldn't be able to get me off that stage. I'd be up there for hours.
Yeah, Yeah,
but it's that leap. It's taking that leap, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the leap, and it's embracing the fear and saying, right, okay, I know I'm scared about this, but nothing bad is going to happen. Those fears are my brain is catastrophizing this situation, and actually it's all false. What I actually know, and that's it, when you visualize the end result. So, you know, it's being the feeling of doing this podcast and you're like, yes, it was really, really fun. And you get yourself to that point. Yeah. But also when you say people think you're more confident than you really are, that's not true, because I worked out that you are as confident and I am as confident as everyone thinks I am. It's just they can't hear the voices, the thoughts that you're having. So that makes you dilute or makes you feel like you're not as confident as you actually are. Yeah. And it's not true. You are as confident as everyone thinks you are. You just can hear the negative thoughts that are all untrue anyway.
Yeah, no, I know. I need to tell my mind to be quiet.
yeah, just like shush. But Mel Robbins is really good for that. She's got this 5 count to 5 thing about how to sort of organise your negative thoughts, because I mean we all have them, but it's just sort of realising they're not really there. So so you need to do some talks now on colour consultations.
I will. I'm going to.
What about doing a live on your other Instagram?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I mean, if I
set you
talk,
a challenge.
Yeah, no, okay, you can. If I can talk to my followers, you know, and like, you know, do dance. I mean, I've done dancing. I love it when you dance the steps. I mean, you know, who doesn't love a bit of steps? I must admit, the only 2 people that I was worried about when I put that on was my children. So when they both came back, my son went, "I'll pretend I never saw it," and my daughter went, "Mum, you're cute." And I thought, that's good. Lovely. We're all right. If they're all right with it, then I'll do it. So I need to do another one of those. But yeah, if I can do that, then of course I can do. Oh yeah, doing a live of the colours is fine, because there's not a whole sea of faces looking at me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all listening to me and they're watching me, but I can't see the whites of their eyes.
Yeah.
So
there you go. There's your challenge.
So there we are. There's my challenge. I know. Just imagine them all naked. That's what they say, don't they?
Yeah.
There's a thought.
Oh, you're so wonderful. Honestly, I absolutely adore you. Where can everyone find you? When you have to send me the list, because it's like
I know there's quite a bit. Yeah, so basically I'm all on Instagram and Facebook. So it's at the Bees Wreath, where you'll find my wreaths and my garlands and pom-poms and things. And then for my clothing brand, it's at Mumford and Mum. It's like Mumford and Sons, but Mumford and Mum. I do like a play on words.
Yeah.
I like a play on words, hence the 2 titles. And then if you're interested in what I might wear, I don't tend to go on that one as much because it's pretty busy doing my other stuff. It's called My Life in Lipstick. And I used to document all my outfits on that one. So I'll probably will in the winter. I don't tend to kind of worry about what I wear so much, because, you know, but come the summer, when the pastels come out, I'll be back on that one. So yeah, you can find me and you can order the wreaths and the sweatshirts by sending a DM to me through those platforms. And that's on Instagram and Facebook.
Amazing. You absolute ledge. You are so
bless you. Oh, so no, lush. So are you, my darling. Thank you so much for having me on. It's been amazing.
Thank you, darling. See you later.
Take care. Lots of love. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother, Bill Vidler.